Richard Milhouse Nixon has earned his place in history, and he is a man of destiny.
Oh.
Almost 80% of editorial support backed Mr. Nixon. Kennedy's Catholicism went a long way to remove trust in him. Stories have it that the Kennedy clan has purchased large quantities of scrapped cars for melting down to provide a rosary for the Statue of Liberty to be renamed Our Lady of Hyannisport.
That's in very bad taste.
It's total blasphemy.
Must be benefiting from the religious issue.
Religious? These people are
Richard
bigots.
Nixon, Dick Nixon, born on January 9th, 1913, making him a Capricorn, has risen from a poor background. Former swimming pool janitor, former ice cream salesman, congressman, senator, vice president, is heading towards a sweep. We can be in no doubt. Nixon is a substantial leader, and he's going far.
What is this man talking about?
Who says it's a sweep?
The country must be mad. Look at that face. That nose. He's out of the bogs. The pretensions of this man revolt me. Now I'm going to waste any more of my time hating a fellow American. Certainly not a bum like that. I may have sold booze, but who ever heard of a president selling homemade ice cream?
You can't hold that against him.
I mean, would you buy ice cream from a guy who looks like Nixon?
Yes, well, I think we're doing fine, Lyndon. Just fine. I mean, no one else could have done it, could they?
Nice. Sort of, primitive.
Too knowingly primitive, perhaps.
No, it's good.
You think, Bill, I might get a show of my own?
Why not?
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
Yes, of course. All right, then I will. You too, Lyndon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
So what does your pal Lyndon have to say?
He said, I hear that you are losing in Ohio, but don't worry about anything because we are winning in Pennsylvania. You got some nerve, huh?
Come and see this masterpiece. So, do you like it, Jack?
Yeah.
Only yeah.
Well, Bill's the artist, not me. Don't you think Johnson's incredible?
No, I don't. He needs congratulations like some people need love.
He does. What about me?
Oh, you're fine. Lyndon is a lot simpler. I mean, if there's nobody around to congratulate him, he'll congratulate himself.
Oh, the man's a Texan. Yeah.
That's right. Anyway, he's not the only one who campaigned, is he? Yeah, you're winning on your own.
I hope you're right. See you later. It's a great painting, Jackie. Really great. Makes you think.
If he doesn't win, it'll be the whole family that loses.
And you too.
Well, no, not as much as the sisters. You know, they are not only alike, they look alike. Poor old Hubert Humphrey said he was fighting lots and lots of Jacks. Every time Ted or Eunice stood up in a stocking cap and a raccoon coat, everybody thought he is Jack.
Strong family blood.
Yes, I guess that's what it is. Anyway, thank God for the baby. I mean, I wasn't going to stand around coffee clutches and hot dog roasts all the time. Still, maybe I didn't do enough.
What are you talking about? Everybody remembers Kenosha.
Bill, now don't start. All I did was I walked into a supermarket, took up the manager's mic, and spoke to the customers.
Attention shoppers, would you all please move to the produce
Now, that is not what I
department?
said. What I said was, let me tell you about my husband. Now, he was in the Navy, you know, and in Congress, heroics and all that. And then I said, he cares very deeply about this country, so please vote for John F. Kennedy. Do you know most of the time, you can't tell what state you're in. They all seem the same, except West Virginia. Oh, that hurt. I saw kids with pregnant mothers on doorsteps, no teeth, bad food, rotting houses. I never knew there was so much poverty in this country.
I don't think you want to underrate your contribution to Jack.
It's good having an old friend around at a time like this. Anyway, if he wins, he's promised me a holiday. I don't campaign unless I get a holiday. And some clothes, lots of clothes.
White House? Here's Salinger calling. Give me the president's press secretary, please.
You got a message from I. Are you sure?
Hold on. Mr. Haggerty. Yes, please. Jim, it's Pierre. What's this about a congratulatory telegram from Eisenhower?
I think we've done it.
Has Nixon conceded? That's a funny sort of mistake, Jim.
Does anyone have news of Nixon conceding?
Not yet.
California, Illinois, Michigan, Minnesota. If Kennedy wins just 2 of these states, Nixon loses.
Nixon's gonna lose. Humphrey told me this funny story about a woman has 2 sons. One goes to sea, the other becomes vice president. And neither one is ever heard of again.
All right, let's get on to Michigan. Right, and Southern California.
Jesse, on.
Right, I want more precise figures.
I'm afraid Los Angeles is going to them.
Let's have the figures.
Well, I'm smoking one now. Does your mother come from Ireland?
What?
Aren't you the one that sang that in New Hampshire?
Oh, no. It was in Vermont.
Oh, yes, right girl, wrong state. You're the tuba player, the tap dancer, the yodeler. Yes.
That's right. Do you remember we did Tora Lura Lura?
Yes, let's do it now. Well, let's have a yodel then.
I'll save that for the White House.
Well, I hope you get your chair.
We will.
Thank you.
A question mark dangles tantalizingly over the religion issue.
Michigan gives Kennedy a majority.
It's tentative, sir.
What?
It's uncertain, Inspector Peterson.
Now look, fella, for a Secret Service detail, a president-elect detail, there's nothing that's certain, okay? Now we leave here in 5 minutes. Take a look at the location maps again, because we got some new faces. Now the Alpha team secures the Robert Kennedy house, okay? Beta detail checks out the Joseph Kennedy place. Gamma detail handles President-elect Kennedy's house. The compound opens to the beach. The whole situation is sensitive to assassination attempts. Check your lists and weapons.
And now we
Hey,
have
Jack,
some more
watch
news
this.
from California.
We have an item here from the auditorium of the Ambassador Hotel, Los Angeles.
Vice President Richard Nixon will shortly be making a
Says
statement.
Nixon will be speaking in a very short time from now. Does that mean he will now concede?
He won't concede. The absentee ballots in California will give it to him there. He can go to sleep believing he's blown it, wake up tomorrow president. The same thing happened to Wilson in 1916.
Well, I wish he'd concede.
I wouldn't if I were he, would you?
No, I wouldn't.
No, neither would I.
Not yet. I'm gonna get some milk. Excuse me.
Come on, Nixon, get off it. Get off it.
Nixon has Henry Cabot Lodge, running mate. Nixon's alone. His own now. Must be agony. And the teeth in the jaws of people's defeat inflict pain. They're closing in over Dick Nixon's ambition. They're closing in on his past, his present, his future, as now we wait imminent announcement. This is a lonely moment for Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon is approaching the platform. His aides, many of them, are in tears. I see Pat Nixon. She, too, is weeping at this time.
I want to say that one of the great features of America is that we have political contests, that they are very hard fought, as this one is hard fought. And once the decision is made, we unite behind the man who is elected. I want all of you to know. I want Senator Kennedy to know, and I want all of you to know that certainly if this trend does continue and he does become our next president, that he will have my wholehearted support and yours too.
Celebrating, Jack?
There was no milk.
And no concession.
Jack, the press at the Armory, they'd like an appearance.
You want me to make an appearance like Nixon just did? You heard what they said about his wife. No thanks, Pierre. I don't want any part of that.
Yeah, but the press know that the Secret Service are crawling all over the place.
They must know something we don't. Now, I'll make an appearance when I know we've won.
I think you won, Jack. It's a great day for the Irish.
Thanks, Dave. What would you be if you weren't Irish?
I'd be ashamed.
Think an I ever statement.
Use Dave.
Nixon gave the West what they asked for. Well, we should do the same for the East.
No, Pierre, when I'm ready. And now, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Thanks very much. I think now you should all go home, get some sleep. That's what I'm going to do. And let's hope that tomorrow brings what we all want. Thanks again, and good night.
Good night. Thank you. Sleep well. Night. Thanks very much. Night. Thanks. All right, don't go away.
Thank you.
Ted. Well, I'm the one that needs to sleep.
Somebody has to stay up, Bobby.
Yeah, well, Nixon won't. He hasn't slept more than 4 hours in the last 48.
Did he tell you that?
Well, yes. Every time he falls asleep, he calls me.
What are you going to do now?
Well, I don't know. I'll stay here, shoot the breeze with Ted, see what happens. Now, Illinois and Michigan look okay. We're only 9 away. I don't know, Jack. I think we won.
So do I. Thanks, Bobby. Thanks. Night.
Night, John.
Here he comes.
Night. Night. Thank you. Night.
Night, sir.
Who are you guys?
Secret Service, sir.
What's your name?
George, sir.
Glad to know you. You?
Bill, sir.
Glad to know you. Good night.
Good night, Mr. President.
Not yet. Remember Dewey. A torch. We are the new generation. The torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans born in this century, and the glow of the fire can light the world.
Now, at the end of the day, the century's youngest Democratic candidate, kind of minority leader, is Catholic. You know, all in just a year. Just a year to squirt some juice into so many people's lives, you know what I mean? Sure. And yet, what if the whole thing goes wrong? Or what if Nixon